What is up, everybody? Looks like we finally got here. I'm so sorry that today's just been a day from heck or hell, whatever you want to call it. But I'm really sorry that this link is different. I had a problem with StreamYard just now, and I basically had to cancel out of every single one of my destinations, clear out my chat history, my search history, and then reconnect everything so that it would sync properly and that we could be here right now. So we're all here right now. We got a great lineup of creators here. We are on the eve of the closeout for the Warline campaign, and I have brought three amazing guests on who are going to talk about their campaigns as well. And it is my pleasure to welcome all of them. We got Fabrice Sapolsky in the house, our brother Fabrice. We got Michael Oden in the house, and we have the mighty Grant Lankard as well.
Hey.
So, guys, I guess what we're just going to do is we'll all share our campaigns, and I'll have you guys share your campaigns first, and then I'll talk about my campaign, and then we'll kind of kick it over to questions. We're probably going to keep this at about an hour, but if we go a little bit longer, that's okay too. But if you guys want to start by introducing yourselves, and then we'll do the whole we'll do the sharing of the campaign. So, Fabrice, why don't you start? Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us all who you are.
All right. So, for people who don't know me, I'm Fabrice Sapolsky. I am the publisher and main. I would say everything like one-man army corps at Fair Square Graphics, which is my company. My past credits include Marvel, Image, Dynamite, Humanoids, Heavy Metal, and a bunch of French publisher nobody has probably heard of. I've been almost 30 years in the business, and right now my campaign is on Backer Kit. It's a book called No Future, and it's basically a story. It's a post-apocalyptic story where the enemy is time because time erases itself, and the future is canceled.
That's awesome. And I've backed this campaign already. Guys, Fabrice is going to show us some of the artwork in this. This is absolutely a fantastic book. You guys are in for a treat with this. Grant, how about you? Tell us all who you are and what you do.
My name is Grant Lankard. I'm a comic book creator because I'll just say that I'm a comic book creator because I wear a lot of different hats like most comic book creators. And my titles, I have a couple different titles. The biggest one is Beowulf. I also do a horror anthology called Memoirs of the Morbid, and I do a cryptid comic called League of Cryptids. But right now, Beowulf is the most popular one, and that is the one that is on Kickstarter at the moment. The trade paperback for the first 6 issues is currently on Kickstarter.
That's awesome. All right, excellent. And then, Michael, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us all who you are and what you do.
Well, my name is Michael Oden. I am the creator and founder of Nine Realms Publishing. I've been in indie comics for about 4 years at this point. And the book I'm here to talk about this evening primarily is The Embrace 2, which is the second chapter of my dark superhero tale. And I'll get to that here when I get to it.
So what I'm going to do, because these guys are here because they want to hit their funding goals. All right. And we all know with Kickstarter that it is a very challenging uphill battle. Whether you funded minutes or whether you go way beyond your funding goals, it's still a trudge through the mud for everything. And tonight, for this hangout, I really want to give the creators a chance to walk us through their campaigns. And so what I'm going to allow these guys to do is they're going to share their screen with us, and we're going to take a step aside, and they're going to walk us through everything. Hopefully this will work because we didn't really try this yet. But Grant, do you feel bold enough to try first? Because I think you got like a good handle on StreamYard. So I feel like you're a good guinea pig.
Okay, yeah, so... Yeah, let me make sure that I don't have any credit card information.
or any of those windows open, right?
Right.
All right. So Grant, go ahead, take your time and walk us through your campaign. do everything you got to do to try and get everything off your chest in order to see if we can get you some backers here.
Yeah, so Beowulf was a 6-part miniseries. Basically, it's the story of the guy we all learned about in high school English class, but he's been reincarnated in modern times as a 30-something slacker. And he has a sidekick who is a cat with magic powers. So this is the cover for the trade paperback. We see the dragon that he's fighting. This is his sidekick, Mooney. Mooney is a wizard who has been reincarnated as a house cat, and he's based on my real life cat who passed away about a year ago. In the background there is Hazel, who is Mooney's owner. And then we also have a variant cover here, which is more Mooney-centric because obviously Mooney is the most popular character in the comic book. Yeah, so like I was saying, Beowulf is the story of the guy you learned about in high school, but with a modern twist to it. And you get to see how he kind of comes to terms with, going up against this dragon who poses a pretty big threat to him. And I will let you guys know, we very fortunately met our funding goal last week, and I have quite a few stretch goals here. I maybe even overdid it a little bit with the stretch goals, but that's okay.
I don't think you can ever overdo it with your stretch goals because, this is just more rewards for the fans. So I honestly, I'm jealous because I feel like I didn't do enough thinking with the stretch goals for my campaign. So that is not something to be sorry about, sir.
Yeah, I think. I think I was being a little bit optimistic when I went up to 5,000, but I think we still got about a week and a half. So right now we're at 3,250. So we did get the first stretch goal, and I think we can easily get at least to 4,000 in the next week and a half. So
I think you actually could hit all your goals. That would be really cool. And
that would be nice.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah, there's no reason. And how many days do you have left?
About a week and a half. Well, I can tell you the exact 11 days to go.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so I think you got plenty of time to hit that stretch goal. First off, congratulations for funding. I'm so jealous.
Thanks.
But on top of that, I'm a big fan of what you've done with Beowulf because I picked these books up from you at Baltimore Comic-Con. And
we met in person once.
Yeah, we met in person once. I picked up the books from you. You were set up with the Comicsburg guys. And I absolutely love this series, guys. This is such a fun book. And it honestly, I feel like it doesn't take itself too seriously. The art is fantastic. Grant is an extremely talented creator. It is a real pleasure having him here to talk about this book. And the fact that he's gotten the graphic novel done means that he's done all the legwork already. Like he has gotten to that point where this is not an issue 1. This is the complete trade here. And Grant, if you want to drop the link in the comments, and if you can't do that, just drop it in the private chat, and I'll drop the link for.
Yeah, I don't know if YouTube is gonna let me.
No worries.
Drop it but I can. I'll try, and if it doesn't work, I will just.
Yeah, it actually, you know what? It's probably better if all of you guys just drop the links to your Kickstarters in the chats, so that way I can just share it because I know it'll go to all the channels. So just drop that link for me, and I'll do that for you. And
yeah,
Grant,
so it's saying this comment has failed to post to the page. So I think YouTube doesn't like it when
you have to be a moderator to a YouTube channel in order to post.
Yeah,
links.
No worries. Yeah,
I posted it in the chat.
There, I got it. I can do this. All right, guys. So Beowulf has also been a book that we've sold on the show before, and it sold out right away. And back then, I think you only had the first 4 issues out. So now this is the trade, and this is your chance to own it. So tell us a little bit more about what you decided to do for the trade. Like, did you add anything to it? Is there anything else going on with there?
Yeah, so we're gonna add some pinups to the back of the comic book, and if you guys, as you can see, if you look at the sorry, I'm forgetting which tab I'm in. Okay, here. If you look up at the stretch goals, you'll see the more money we make, the more pinups we're going to have at the back of the book. So
we're adding more meat. The more this book funds, the more meat that's being added to the book that you guys are going to be reserving right now through this campaign. So this is really, really cool. Now, can you take us through the pledges a little bit? Like, you know, what is the pledge that's going to get us, you know, the book?
The pledges this time are actually relatively simple. Excuse me. So we have, obviously, for $1 you get a thank you. That's about all you get for $1. But we also have a digital copy of the Beowulf trade paperback, which is $19. So you save a little bit of money. And then the print version, which is the standard version. Then the variant cover, which I think I showed you guys. So this is the standard cover, and this is the variant cover.
And for a trade, that, guys, just so you know, that's a lot. Like, you're getting a lot for your buck.
Yeah, exactly.
Printing these books is, especially when you have variants and stuff like that, is a lot.
Yeah, obviously you save some money by doing the trade paperbacks instead of the just the single issues. And as you can see here, we also have a tier where it's both covers, which I'm glad a couple people have done that already, which is good. That makes me happy. The next thing is the variant club cover plus a cameo. The cameo will be in the prequel, which I'm working on as we speak. There's gonna be a crowd scene, and if you pledge to this cameo tier, I'll do a likeness of you in the background in the crowd scene.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
So we also have a retailer special, which is you know, basically you get multiple different copies at a slight discount, and yeah, I always try to make a tier for retailers because I'm trying to push the idea that Kickstarter can replace Diamond as a distribution method for comic book stores.
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, I don't know if it could replace it, but it's an alternative as well, right? It's something to add on. I think Diamond has to be worried about being replaced itself, but we won't get into that. But I think that's really cool. I mean, having that retail package is important, you know, because it allows retailers to jump in at a level and get the books for cheaper, and, you know, double their money with the books. But not only that, they can actually stock your books in their shops, and they don't have to order from a catalog. They can just come directly to the campaign, and you'll handle everything else. You'll take care of the fulfillment, and I think that's a really great incentive.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, is there anything else you want to show us on your campaign before we move on to the next person?
I mean, I think we've gotten all the important stuff. I mean, the idea is to get people curious, so that they go to the Kickstarter themselves.
Yeah.
But,
so
yeah,
you guys,
hi to everybody who's come in.
Yeah, we got some people who came in, and then we also have another creator who's right down here, Austin Janowski. How you doing, Austin?
Hey guys, thanks for letting me jump on in here.
Of course. I'm going to give you the spotlight for a second. Why don't you tell us all who you are and what you do?
Sure. Hi, my name is Austin Janowski. I am a 30-year comic book pro. I was an inker for a long time with Marvel and Image and everything like that, and then I got into writing. Currently, I have a couple of books, one with Scout Sailing the Snowman. Another one is a zombie series. It's going to be through, well, can't say the publisher until we get signed. And then Divine Retribution was with Second Sight Publishing, and we're looking for a home. So I have a Kickstarter that I'm launching, and I'm a working actor, which is weird to say. I'm in a series called Bad Monkey on Apple Plus. It's debuting in 2 weeks, which is cool.
Is that the one with Vince Vaughn in it?
Yeah, it's one with
That's
Vince Vaughn. So
Yeah.
my episode is on the 28th, and I booked a series on BET I just shot last week called Grits. It's coming on early 2025. And then I booked one of the biggest Netflix series that has been on for the last 4 seasons on, it's a horror sci-fi. And that's all I can really say. But it's
Awesome.
extremely cool.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate having you in the room. And if you want to drop the link to whatever your pre-launch page is, whatever you got going on, feel free to do so. Fabrice, Are you feeling brave enough yet to share your screen and walk us through your campaign and everything?
All right, let's do it.
Also, one other thing too, if you guys got videos that you want to show for your campaign, you're welcome to do that as well.
I'm going to do that. And I'm going to show my video. And so this is my campaign. Is everyone seeing it?
Absolutely. We can all see it. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. First, I'm very happy to see Austin, because I see Austin often on the convention circuit, and it's always a pleasure to see him.
Yes,
And I also realized that we have an artist in common, because my book is drawn by Eder Messias, and he's also on your book.
Yes, he is.
So before we start, I'm going to show you the trailer for No Future, and then you tell me what you think.
Fabrice, you can also expand the screen too, so it goes.
Wait, because the thing is, okay, for some reason. All right.
You can start it over if you need to as well.
Yes, I do.
And then if you want, there you go. Beautiful. Go for it. Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
That's awesome. It's a great video. I love it. And I actually had a chance to check this video out on on Apple Bites on Monday. We were both guests on there as well. So Fabrice, walk us through your campaign. Tell us about the pledge levels. Give us the whole spiel. And I already dropped the link, so anybody who wants to jump in on this campaign has the link already.
Yes. So first, let me say that No Future is a project that has been in development for 15 years. I actually looked at it, and it was like I had the concept in the early 2010s, and it's this concept where the future stops, freezes, then erases itself from existence. It was strangely was inspired by The Walking Dead, because in Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman is not really interested by the zombies. There are zombies in the book, but it's not really interested by zombies. He's interested by characters, and I'm a character development person. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. First, you have to know that the campaign is on BackerKit. It's not on Kickstarter. BackerKit is another crowdfunding service that is pretty recent. I mean, it's not recent as a whole, but their crowdfunding arm is recent. And you have these 4 characters that are survivors of the Amnesia event. And I'm going to show you the cover. So the first cover A, is from Eder Messias. Cover B is from me. Cover C is from Koi Fam, Marvel artist Koi Fam, who is with us for this book.
Nice.
We have a blank cover. We have a version cover with the Koi Fam cover that people can also buy the original as an add-on to the campaign. It's watercolor. And here are a few pages. So as you see, the art is solid. The colors on these first pages are from Walter Pereira, who is a very well-known color artist. And then the rest is done by another color artist called Morby, that I have a lot of pleasure working with. And so you have these 4 characters that are survivors, and they want to have to understand what happens to the planet and why time is going back. It's part Walking Dead, part Lost, with a little bit of other stuff that I can't, of course, talk about without spoiling. It's part of a big initiative called Comictopia, where you have 28 different campaigns that have been launched at the same time and for the same amount of time. So we have a week left on the campaign, and we have been paired with another campaign called Bouquets and Defrays. And if you back both campaigns, you have something special. So in our case, is stickers, and in their case, it's an enamel pin. And yeah, it's a pretty cool concept. There's tons of add-ons. You can buy a lot of different books. One of my other creator owns. I have 5 other creator owned books, including a book called Intertwined that has been very, very popular for the past 9 years. And yeah, we hit our first goal, but we're very happy if we can hit the stretch goals. So I'm waiting for everybody. No future. It's a ride, and issue 2 is already done. So if we get to $20,000, who knows? I will unlock issue 2, finished, completed with issue 1, and you will get 2 issues instead of 1.
Awesome. No, that's great. So Lorena is one of our regulars, and she is very impressed with everything. She always hangs out. Miranda, it's a pleasure to have you here. Welcome to the show. And you know, we do sales shows and creator hangouts. This is the first creator hangout I'm doing on this show or on my network. How am I doing so far, guys? Should we take it around the corner so you guys can all give me a review?
I mean, you're doing fine as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you. That's good. I don't need any more answers. That's good.
Yeah, you could.
All right, Michael, take it away, man. Feel free to share your screen and tell us all about your campaign. And Fabrice, I have backed your campaign. I'm really excited for No Future, and I'm always excited for everything you're putting out.
Thank you, brother.
I'm so humbled by you too. Like, you are just one of the hardest working guys in this business, and I'm so glad that we're friends and associates in this business. Like, just your tenacity and your ability to really push stuff on the independent creator-owned sign and be fair about it is really commendable. Really appreciate
Indie comics are amazing, and no one should be able to stop us from meeting our success.
I agree 100%. All right, Michael, take it away, brother.
All right, so we have the second chapter of my superhero book, The Embrace. This is our first clash between the Embrace and his antagonist, Strangle. So for those of you guys who haven't heard of the character before, we launched our first campaign back in 2021 to a fanfare of success. We raised over $15K and got out to, I think it's 10 countries internationally. It is a story about a father named Clarence Griffin whose son was murdered, and a year has gone by and there's been no momentum on the case. And so in an act of desperation, Clarence is about to take his own life when the ghost of his son, David, shows up and stops him. And when they come together for an embrace and reunite, Clarence is given a vision of what happened that night through his son's eyes. And so he sees the people that were responsible. And when he comes to, he's in a super suit powered by his son's ghost. And that's where the first issue starts. And so at this point, we're on the second book, and, they've been going through the whole embrace thing for a while now, for a couple of weeks, and are going after the gang that was kind of responsible for David's murder. And the police have kind of reopened the case because all this new evidence is popping up thanks to this new vigilante on the street. And a lot of this evidence is starting to point towards Clarence Griffin. So the police Captain Stone is trying to get in touch with him, and Clarence is dodging his calls because he's got better things to do at night. But we've got a really fun campaign with a whole bunch of great variant covers. Eder Macias is on a couple of campaigns here, so we've got a cover by him too.
Eder is relentless.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's so good. When I showed him this, he got what we were going for immediately, and his cover's fantastic. We also have this special edition glow in the dark variant that's limited to only 50. But yeah, there's also, of course, a way to catch up on the previous book. We have a plushie that's adorable. We only have a couple of those left. We have original art on the campaign. Our stretch goals are all being invested into the quality of the covers on these. So our next one that we're going to be hitting at 7,500 upgrades our B variant to a lava holofoil. And so we're starting an Indiegogo. We're at the end of we're heading towards the end of our first 30 days, and we'll extend for the full 60. But then we will do Fund My Comic and then Kickstarter. And as we go along throughout those campaigns, these stretch goals will be active both for people who have backed before and the people coming in. So already we've unlocked our first stretch goal, which upgrades the main cover to a UV spot gloss treatment. And so, yeah, as we keep going along, that's what we do. I feel tchotchkes are great, but we've been doing this for about 5, 6 years at this point in indie comics, and people are filling up long boxes and desk drawers with them. They're really cool novelties, but I'd rather invest that into the experience on the book. And I felt that, upgrading the covers to, UV spot gloss, holofoil, doing all of that cool stuff was a great way to go about it. So yeah, in terms of perk tiers, we obviously have our collector box, which gets you, is where all of your extra stuff is. We have a mini print gallery, every cover of the book, a copy of the Embrace one, an Embrace acrylic standee, our trademark sticky hand, and a t-shirt, and obviously this gorgeous collector box by Shimhack. And then we have obviously the different variant covers. We have the Gomez Virginia Victims Assistance Network Embrace 1 cover and a catch-up tier. And yeah, there's that haunted glow-in-the-dark edition. But yeah.
That's awesome, man. And you had added a retail tier too recently.
Yes, we have that. We have that as a secret tier. So if retailers are interested, please feel free to hit me up. I've got a retail tier that allows you not only to back the embrace, bring the Embrace to your stores, but everything we've done previously and things that we have coming in the future. But yeah.
That's awesome. And Michael, I just wanted to let you know I just backed your campaign too.
Thank you, man.
Well, no, thank you, man. You're a really talented creator, and we've known each other for a while now, and I appreciate you, coming on and making time to be here with us today. And the Embrace looks really fantastic. I'm gonna start off with the Embrace 1. I really want to check out the first book, and then I will be back for issue 2. I promise you, or for the second part of it. But this looks really great, and I love that you're venturing out into other things now as well. And glad to see that you're still in this.
Yeah, 100%. And I did put in the private chat, we've got 2 campaigns that are in pre-launch right now. One of them is a book I'm translating for a bande dessinée company called Seeds of the company Seeds of War. The book's called Odin, and then the other one is a reboot of the book that you and I met on Onrie, the Elysian Fields. Yeah. So
that's awesome, man. Yeah, that's great. Thank you for sharing everything. You got a really great looking campaign here. So Austin, you wanted to be here. Do you want to add the link to your campaign that you're pushing and maybe talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, how do I put in just the regular comments
Just
or
put it in the private chat if you see in the
yes.
corner there.
We'll do that.
All right, awesome. All
Did
right,
that.
I will share this out, and then if you want to share your screen right now, you can do that as well. And guys, if you're watching the show, please consider making pledges to all of these campaigns. And just remember, whenever you're going to Kickstarter, your card is not charged until the campaign is finished. And after Austin is done showing off his stuff, I'm going to show off my stuff, and then I'm going to ask a very important question to each creator. They're each going to have a chance to answer, and then we're going to close out for the night because I gotta take care of my son. He hasn't had dinner yet. So, but we're going to ask a very thought-provoking question to each creator that's here tonight, and it's all related to what they're working on and how important it is. So, Austin, go ahead and share the screen. You can just hit present in the bottom center. See the present button.
Okay, and then share screen. Right. Select window or screen. I thought I did.
No, it's all right. Just make sure everything is everything is closed off there.
Okay. StreamYard Studio. There.
Michael's back here. All right. And
my window dropped as I
don't
was.
worry about it. It happens, man. We're not even worried. Oh, look at that! It's like the infinite screen.
Did I do something wrong here?
No.
Inception.
Yeah, it's Inception. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to only show when you go to present.
Yeah.
And it says share screen. You want to go to window instead of your Chrome tab. So just go to the window, and whatever you want to share, just separate it from the rest of your tabs. Like
okay, hold on.
There you go.
Okay.
If you want to start that over again, so we don't all see you, we can close that out for you.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, dude. This is an experiment. It's all right. No one saw anything.
All right. So present. I'm gonna share the screen.
And then when it says tab, just make sure it goes to tab.
Okay, so share screen, select window, and it says either StreamYard Studio or entire screen.
Share. Hold on a second. So just share screen. So go to window. Just share your window. So you see how it says there's three tabs. There's Chrome tab, window, and entire screen. Just go to the window.
I see select window or screen.
Okay, go to window and then tap on the window. May, what's up? How you doing? So I met May at ALA, and she's awesome. How you doing, May? Good to see you. I'm hanging out right now with a bunch of creators. We all have crowdfunding campaigns, and we're just sharing what we're working on. All right, so if we do this right now, it's just going to open up the same screen.
I hope so.
Okay, but it's going to show this screen, like it's just going to show all of us.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. So if you want to open up a separate tab, so just,
okay. Go to someone else. So this is the separate tab by itself. Let me close all the rest of this.
There we go. Oh,
hold on. Stop that. I'm going to close all that. So this is the only thing I have open. This is the only thing on Firefox I have open.
let's try closing it and retrying it again because it's still it's still showing only that.
All right. I'm gonna be so proud of myself when I figure this out.
If you want, I also have the screen share.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. If anything, Michael's got it open right now. Do you want him to just scroll for you? We can do it that way. Would that be easier, Austin?
Sure, that would be great because apparently I'm having.
Michael, thank you so much. Thank you.
I got you, buddy.
I appreciate you. Yes, thank you.
Please.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Do you want to play the video, Austin?
Yeah, let's play the video first. So, yeah.
Dude, I really love the music in your trailer. It's like really sets the mood. I love the acting, and it's like really taking it to a whole new level. This is really cool. All right, so walk us through your campaign here and tell us everything we need to know about it.
Right. So, A Kill in the Dead was starting off as a proof of concept film that I did back in 2022. It was an idea to mash genres. It has the slasher genre and a zombie genre. And what it is you have a story of an unstoppable killer, but it's in a world where there's a zombie apocalyptic event. So that was what the short film's about. Great reviews for the film festivals, and like within 2 months, we had about 20,000 views on the trailer itself. So now that the run's done and we're looking to do a feature, I thought it'd be cool to kind of do a Kickstarter to flesh out the story that I really wanted to tell, because back in 2022 we had COVID and we were able to do like big zombie scenes and everything like that. So you've got the 3 covers. First one's Stan Yak and Robert Nugent. The second one is Stefani Renee, which is great. He does a lot of DC covers. Third one is Francisco Tomaselli. He does a lot of covers for Marvel. The art team is Mr. Etter that we've all talked about and loved. Colorist is Marcos Rocha, which I think his colors really set the mood and tone for it. And lettering is Nikki Sherman, Nikki Powers. And Nikki has done a lot of lettering. She's worked on my stuff from Stanley Snowman on up. And I think her story, the way she tells the lettering, really fits the tone of it too. It's you get a little bit more information about the characters themselves, where the killer is, and how we get to introducing the whole wider world of the zombies. So that's basically what the Kickstarter is about. It's 28 pages, and it's interesting to see the artwork fill into the type of story that I was hoping to do in the film as well too. It is just floppy comics. You can get the digital, you can get the physical tiers. The premiere editions with stands, and then the other 2 is Tomaselli and Renee's editions. You can get the movie bundle itself, so you're able to actually get the movie, a download of it, plus a digital of the comic book and the movie poster, We're doing metal prints. I'm actually able to make prints at home, so we have different tiers with that. With artwork by Stefano Carticelli, which is great. You know, 3 covers. We have a replica of the actually Killer Mask itself. You know, for those that like to collect movie memorabilia, you can get the whole bundle. And then when we did our last campaign, people was asking if they could be drawn in the comic book. So we brought it into like this too. You can be in the Horde, you can be a survivor, or you could be actually one of the 2 main zombies that you saw in the film itself. Which
Very
is
cool.
Actually, the prop that we used for the mask has already been bid on and it's gone, which is really cool. And some people were asking about being producers on the film itself, so you're actually able to do that if you want to. There's really cool add-ons. This is the creative team itself. Stretch goals, we'll hopefully get to those soon. We're at 62% after 2 days, which I think is really cool. So the first stretch goal will be a Francesco Tomaselli bookmark. And then if we reach 5,000, which I'm hoping for, they will get a signed Bad Monkey card, and hopefully a still from my scene in the or scenes in the TV series, and then we'll go on from there. So yeah, there's a couple of early bird specials that are still going on for the next few hours for people to take advantage of. You can make your comic books with a metal cover if you want to. You can also download digitals of my Angel series, and also of my Zombie series itself. And we the reason we did the Kickstarter is I wanted to kind of get the story out there a little bit more, and this encapsulates what the entire feature film is basically going to be about. You're not starting in the beginning. You kind of have an idea what the killer is about. You have the idea of what is all involved, and then you see the introductions of the zombies to realize there's a lot more going on than just a killer, so which is I think pretty interesting and different than what's been done before.
Austin, you didn't draw anything on it?
I am going to be offering something as a stretch goal down the road, but no, I just wrote this. I basically took my screenplay and just brought it into a comic book.
That's awesome, man. I thank you so much for sharing this. Thank you for being here. This looks really gorgeous. I will back this campaign soon. I just need to get through the rest of mine.
No, it's all good. So yeah, we are going to do retailer tiers. We're going to wait till after the campaign's done.
Sure.
You're going to contact directly to see what they would want to do, because they can either order books, they can do a store exclusive if they want to. And what I'm also offering is for any person that backs the campaign and lets us know what their favorite comic book store is, they're going to get a matching comic book mail to the store.
That's awesome.
So there's that.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, thank you very much, Michael, for sharing the screen as well, and for doing that.
Of course.
Appreciate you. All right. So,
War Lion.
Yes. Now I gotta talk about War Lion real quick, and then we're gonna ask one question. I'm gonna ask one question for everybody to answer, and then we're gonna close this out because you guys are all busy being creators, and there's more to it than just simply being on Kickstarter. So, all right, let's share. So this is the War Lion campaign. We have 26 hours to go. I'm freaking out here, guys. We're at 70% funded. We have 127 amazing backers, and we still have some time to go here. But I'm going to share our video real quick.
Okay.
Sound.
Oh. Is the sound not working at all?
No, not hearing it.
Oh, damn it. What's going on?
You might not have shared the screen. Like make sure that your share screen option has the audio turned on.
All right.
Because a lot of people will forget to have that checked when they share screen.
Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. See, even I don't know what I'm doing here. All right, so I go to Window, Share Screen, tap to share audio. To share audio, share a tab instead. Oh, okay, so I got to share the tab. Okay, there we go.
You're just trying to make me feel good. That's all.
No, it's not just that. But it is that too. I don't want you to feel bad. All right, we're going to start over. You guys get to see my stupid face again. All right, let's do it. Now can you hear it?
Yep.
All right, perfect. What's up, Kickstarter? Craig Copeland. I'm the writer, creator, and producer of the new hit series Warline, which is back with a brand new issue.
Last year, Warline #1 was unleashed upon the world. This dystopian martial arts epic tells the tale of an old warrior returning from exile with his daughter to settle the score with the vicious tyrant that destroyed their lives and controls their city with an iron fist. The campaign Breaking One was a massive success. Warline 1 has gone on to sell over 1,000 copies and counting outside of Kickstarter, and was also a finalist in this year's Heroic Awards, an achievement we're very proud of. And now we're back with issue 2, which kicks everything up a few notches. To put it simply, the plot doesn't just thicken with this latest issue, it changes the course of the story forever onward. This is our version of The Empire Strikes Back. Get ready for the battle of the century. It's Warline versus the Overseer's most diabolical creation, Crisis. Check out this trailer, and we hope to be a part of this new campaign, which will also give newcomers the opportunity to hop on board.
Why did I become Warline? Why did I fail? We're at war! This time I will not fail. The truth will hurt. Not your soul. Be destroyed. Which is why I must protect you from it.
Oh, you're still here? Man, that video was like supposed to be like 2 minutes long. We're way past our time limit here. Get out of here.
Always
right.
love a Ferris Bueller.
Very cute.
Yeah, I had to pull the whole. Ferris Bueller was actually shot in my hometown.
That's
So it's
awesome.
like it was at my high school. So it's like the part when they ditched school, when they came to pick up Simone from school. That's my high school right there.
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah. All those movies were filmed right in my hometown. So I had to steal something from them. But anyway, when I've talked about this book so much already, but I have to continue talking about it because we're in the final stretch here. But I am so incredibly proud of the work I've done on Warline 2, that my team and I have done on Warline 2. This is a book that has been a really long time in the making. And getting to this point with this issue has been a journey in and of itself. And I'm really proud of how far that we got here, and that we're so close to funding. We're 70% of the way there. So we have to hit that other 30%. We have less than $1,500 to go. And I just want to walk everybody through I want to walk you guys through the rewards that we have available for you guys right now. So obviously we have like an introduction tier where if you want to grab the first 2 issues of Warline, you can do that. And just kind of going back to the artwork, the artwork you see on the covers of all of our books are the exact same type of artwork you're going to see interior as well. I have done a lot of the choreography in the book, a lot of the layouts. I work really closely with Dexter Wee. Dexter also has been taking the reins with a lot of the layouts, and he did this spread right here, which is just absolutely gorgeous. He recently sold it off. We were going to put it up as original art for this campaign, but he sold it off at a convention, so in the Philippines. But everybody who backs at the digital reward, if you just want to get Warline 2 for $5, you're going to get Warline 1 with it, because I'm just going to hook you up with both of them. Well, actually, if you put in at $10, then you get both of them. Sorry, I don't even know what I'm doing with my own campaign here.
Right.
But if you want to come in at the physical level for Warline 2, it's just $15. So if you already got Warline 1 and you want Warline 2, it's $15. That includes shipping. There's no extra charges there, and we have the books in hand. They've been printed already. I have them all here. You give me $15, I will have your book shipped right to your front door. And for $20, you get both issues. So if you're new to Warline, you give me $20. You get issues 1 and 2 shipped to you. So long as you're located within the U.S., I got you covered on the shipping front. So basically, you're paying for the books, and shipping's on me. We also have some really dynamic and awesome variant covers here. The first one that is on screen here is done by Chris Mad. He did a variant for issue 1, and if you check out the add-ons, his variant for issue 1 is in there. So this is the 2B cover by Chris Mad, and he illustrated this, he colored it, he did everything himself. He's fantastic. I absolutely love Chris Mad. The next cover here is done by Mr. Kanan White, who is doing a lot of stuff for Marvel right now. He does ongoing for Stranger Comics as well. Just a really talented artist. Every single time I've worked with him, this guy's knocked it out of the park. He also did an issue 1 cover for us as well. So everybody who did an issue 1 variant is back for issue 2. And we also have our third variant here by Stan Yak. And Stan Yak, he has done covers. He's done a lot of stuff. Austin, he's worked with you. I know you've.
Oh yeah. He's done covers and interiors for the entire zombie series. We actually did a Stan Yak exclusive comic for him.
Yeah, no, he's amazing.
Stan is good.
He's great. And the colors here are done by Robert Nugent, who is the current ongoing colorist for Spawn. And I'm just really in love with this cover. I'm so happy with it. The thing I want to point out about these variants is that they're extremely limited. Like, we're not doing like hundreds of these variants. We're only doing based on how many we have in the reserve area for whoever pledges. So I'm basically ordering just enough to cover every single pledge, and that's basically it. And then we have Fabrice's cover.
My cover.
Yes.
My cover.
Fabrice is very, very proud of this cover here. And I'm very proud of this edition of Warline, because not only is it a cover that Fabrice did for us, but what's also great about it, it's a noir edition of the book. So it's different from every other version of the book in the sense that the interiors are black and white, so you get a chance to really appreciate Dexter's line work. And it felt fitting to have Fabrice not only provide us with this cover, but to do that noir edition. It was like it opened up the opportunity for us to be able to do that. So I'm really happy about having Fabrice's collaboration with this, and he did an absolutely wonderful job. Thank you so much, brother. And another thing I want to point out about it is we only have 25 of these left because we sold off everything else. So whatever you see there, that's all that we have, and those books will sell whether it's through the campaign or a convention. It doesn't matter. We are going to move through the rest of those. We still do have 2 more early bird specials, and that's where you can get all 4 variant covers. So there's 2 more packs for that. So that's going to come in at the $60 pledge level. The variants are all at $25, by the way, and that includes shipping for all of them. So if you get any variant, it's just $25 with shipping included. And again, you're getting rare stuff here. But if you look at it, for all these books here, you're looking at a $90 value that you can get everything at $60 right now. And we got 2 of those left. And then we have foils left from our issue 1. We have like only 5 of those left. And actually, I think a couple people pledged for those. And then we're doing a foil for issue 2 as well that's available as its own tier. And that's going to be right over here, the issue 2 foil. And then we have issue 1 foil, so you can get them both. We also have retail tiers. There's a retailer pack 1 where it's 3 copies of issues 1 and 2. And I'll sign those books for every retailer that doesn't. Then we have a second retailer pack where you get 5 copies of issues 1 and 2, which I'll sign for you. I have 2 slabs left. Both were done by featuring covers by Frank Uzan. Frank is based in Israel, and he did a cover for me in C2E2 2023. He like reached out to me. He's like, I really want to do a cover for this book, and I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna swing it. And he's like, well, just make it, and we'll make it work. And so I did, and I don't regret it at all. He was fantastic to work with, and he's just great. But he's stuck in Israel, and when I say stuck in Israel, I mean, and I mean that in a sympathetic way, because what's going on right now over there is really rough, and he hasn't been able to travel to conventions, and so that's really limited his mobility to get out there. And I hope he'll be okay. I hope everybody in Israel will be okay. I hope this whole situation resolves itself soon. But we have just a few books from him, and two of them happen to be CGCs. That black, white, red variant that you see on the right there, that is the last copy of that book that I have, period. I don't have any raws. This is the only slab I have left. It's going for $150, and it's limited to only 30 copies. So that's how limited the print run is, but it's also triple signed by me, Chuck Pino, the editor, and Frank Luzon. The color version is limited to a print run of 70 copies, and that's it. So Frank has also that one's also triple signed as well. The grades on them are 9.2s and 9.4. So feel free to check those out. And then we have some original art for sale. We have the alternative cover for issue 1, which is the artwork you see on that foil right there. But then we have some pages from issue 1. These 2 pages up here are from issue 1. And then we have 2 pages from issue 2, which are pretty significant. And I'm really proud of it. This the left page was actually Afua Richardson helped me lay out that page. I was really pleased with how it turned out. And then the other page is a very emotional page for me. It's a very violent page, but I wanted to put it up there because it was one of the few pages that Dexter had left. So if we could just move all the original artwork, that in itself would really get us so close to just funding. So if anybody's interested in jumping on and bundling all of the original art, what's really great about that is you're getting issues 1 and 2 of Warline, but you're also going to get these original pieces of art that are going to be shipped to you from the Philippines, from Dexter Wee, and it's all ink work that's done on 11 by 17 boards, and it'll just look really gorgeous, and I think you'll be really happy with it. And then if we only have one stretch goal, and the stretch goal is for funding, and I'll be inviting all of our backers to join us for a conversation about Warline 2, because there's a big twist in this issue, and the reason why Warline 2 means so much to me is because this is where things really change. The story is all about, the relationship between Warline and his daughter, Kia, and things really, really escalate in this issue. And I really want to be able to talk about it without spoiling it for everyone. So that's been a kind of like a challenge for me with this campaign, is like, how do I not spoil the big twist in the book that's going to happen? So when I say this is our Empire Strikes Back, I mean it. And that's pretty much our campaign here. And, I hope you guys will join us, because we only have a day left, and that's it. And we still got a little bit left to raise here, but I think we can do it. I haven't lost faith yet. So, yes, there we are. So now I'm going to ask everybody a question, and then we're going to close this out. But the question is going to be a good question. So earlier today, I don't know if I told you guys, but I do guided meditations every day to kind of help me stay focused and clear-minded and everything, so I don't completely lose myself. And today I did a meditation about putting, I guess, putting your best self forward, in a sense. I forgot what it was called. I'm losing the terminology that they use there, but hold on, I'll get it right here. What was it? Style versus substance. Sorry, style versus substance. Now, when we put up our campaigns, we're thinking all style, right? Because we want people to be attracted to what we're doing with our campaigns. But all of our campaigns have the actual books that we're putting out have deep substance to them. And we're all here pushing the campaign and trying to get people to back everything. So I guess my question to everybody is, if you had to talk to each person individually and tell us what is the most important thing about your story, what is the substance of your story, and why is it so important to you? That would be great. Something that's just like, let's just take off the whole style thing for a minute, and talk about what the emotional impact for each of our stories is. And we'll start with Grant, because Grant has been hanging out here and being so patient because we had him go first. So Grant, go ahead. You can answer the question first.
I would say the big crux, or the emotional impact of Beowulf is the fact that one of the characters is based on my cat, who I loved a lot, who passed away in the last year. If you buy the trade paperback, towards the end of the book, there's definitely a tribute to Mooney towards the end, which I don't know. I get teary-eyed whenever I read it. I can't guarantee everybody will get teary-eyed, but I think you at least have some type of emotion, I think.
Well, I think the fact that you've dedicated it to your cat, I think is a really big thing too. It's like, I when I was married, I didn't have an animal for a long time, but now I got this guy here, Bentley, who's sleeping. Here he is. And these guys mean so much this guy means so much to me, but I always grew up with animals, so I completely empathize with you. I can't imagine what my life would be like without this guy here. So I totally feel for you, and I'm getting emotional just hearing that. So that's a really good thing here, and I think he's getting emotional. Put him down, but that's a great answer. And Fabrice, go ahead. What take it?
All right, so no future beyond the supernatural, the post-apocalyptic thing. And it's funny you're talking about substance, because I always say that substance and emotion are the two legs of a successful comic book. And no future is basically a metaphor of our world where people have no memory. Like, you probably remember like your phone number from when you were a kid, but you can't tell the phone number of a person you met a month ago, because you're relying on all this technology, and you're relying on the internet, and you're relying on every other thing that makes you dumber. And that's what No Future is also all about. It's about, what do we do if all of a sudden every piece of technology is erasing itself from existence, and we have to start thinking again. We have to start reading books again. We have to live the old-fashioned way, the way people my age, I'm 54, remember that, but younger people, they've always been with an iPad or a cell phone. And so it was interesting for me to talk about this society. And if society disappears all of a sudden, what do we do? Do we recreate the society from before, or do we create a new one that has less bias, that has less injustice? And beyond the concept and beyond the science fiction, these are the themes that I was interested in.
That's a great answer. And yeah, substance. And I think also one thing that, since I know you personally too, the idea that people needing to read again, I think that's something that speaks to both of us personally, because it's like, and I think it's to everybody in this room, it's like, we all want people to read more comics, especially all of us do. So, as a reseller and as a publisher, I want to, you as a publisher, absolutely, but everybody does. And the fact that it's something that, we wake up every day and we create these stories, it's something that, like, we're leaving a personal imprint on the world, and it is something that is going to be looked back upon at some point, and seen as a way of understanding our world better.
Onrie, before we go with someone else, I just want to say something that I forgot. If someone backs the campaign, it's the last 8 days of our campaign. If someone backs the campaigns right now, over $30, they get a free art print, either a Spider-Man Noir art print, a Prince Superman art print, or a Gatchaman Battle of the Planet art print that I just did. So, and all these art prints are just for the campaign. I'm not putting them on sale everywhere else, anywhere else. So it's just for the campaign. If you back it over $30, you get a free art print.
That's awesome. Thank you, Fabrice. I appreciate you sharing that with us. All right, Michael, you're up.
All right. Oof. Okay. So when it comes down to the Embrace, in terms of its emotional substance, I mean, this story was one that I came up with when I was going through my custody bout. And so in a very large way, it's kind of a love letter to my kid and how our children bring out the best in us. But the specific substance of the Embrace is kind of a handling the process of loss and juggling the dynamics between justice and vengeance. You know, it's that's really what's at the core of the book is, you know, by the end of this dirt journey, Clarence is going to have to accept that, you know, David's gone. And there's nothing that he can do to bring that back. But that doesn't mean life ends, and you got to keep pushing forward. So yeah, that's really what the substance of the Embrace is.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry to hear about your custody battle.
That it was unfortunate. I came out on top. Like I got primary custody of my son. He's with his mom for. He gets like we rotate in the summer, like week on, week off. But like I get him about like 75% of the time, which is like a huge win. But like when you're going through it, everything that you read says it's pretty much a done deal. You're like, as a dad, you're pretty much not going to get much of anything. And so it was very hard, and you kind of just get into this place where you feel like you've already lost before you've begun. Fortunately, things have definitely made leaps and bounds and heavy strides on that department, but yeah.
No, I hear you, man. That really speaks to me and some of the things that like I myself am going through. So I appreciate you sharing that. And, you know, one thing I have to say so far from hearing everybody's, answers is that I feel a lot more connected to your projects now. So, you know, I'm glad I asked this question. Austin, take it away, man.
Okay, so mine is basically like a tribute, a fanboy tribute to pretty much every horror director, writer that influenced me and scared the living crap out of me over the years growing up. I wanted to come up with a story like I do with most of my writing and genres that is a little bit different. It hasn't really quite been done to that thought process. And I thought my two favorite genres is the slasher genre, you know, between Friday the 13th and, you know, My Buddy Valentine and Halloween and all that. And then the zombie genre with, you know, Romero's films and, you know, Snyder's remakes and even Shaun of the Dead, all like that. Being able to come up with a storyline and, you know, mix the two together, to me, was something that I wanted to try. And I think it's something that's very unique. You know, pressure of a horror film by itself when you're getting chased by an unstoppable killer is one thing. Now add more pressure onto it when your whole world is an apocalyptic event and there's undead that are now rising. I thought that was very unique. So making the comic book to me was my ability to finish my story. With the film not being able to be done shot completely the way I wanted to because of the pandemic, it only made sense for me to try to tell the story in the comic book form, especially now that we're in pre-production and talking about making the feature film, hopefully in late 2025. So we're knocking on wood. So
I'm knocking on wood for you too as well, buddy. And the one thing I have to say is your passion for this project clearly shows in the video. You know, the fact that you had this whole production come together, the music again for that video was just like, that pulls me in you will definitely see me as a backer come in on this campaign, and I know you're going to be very successful with it. Being at 60% after 3 days in is a huge win, and I hope you fund and get way beyond that. So good luck to you with everything.
No, that'll be an absolute blessing either way. So I appreciate it. And this is so cool meeting you guys, man. This is fun.
No, this is great. I will get better at this. And Miranda made a really good comment earlier that it would be nice to see everybody's name. And I'm like, oh, damn it. I should have, oh, wait. Where did she say that? That's not the comment. Yeah. So one thing for future shows. So I haven't done a creator hangout before, so this is my first one. So I will, I promise in the future, have that figured out. I don't even know how to see everybody's name. I don't even know how to do it right now because it just says edit display name, but for some reason it's not showing everybody's name on there. But we will have that figured out next time. And I'm going to drop Austin's link to his campaign right in the comments here. So you guys get that link one last time. And then I'm going to give my answer, and then we're going to close it out here. So Warline is actually a tribute to my stillborn child. And I remember my ex and I, we had an oopsie. This would have been our second oopsie baby. Max, my older son, was our first oopsie baby. And Alan was the planned one. But this third child was the oopsie. And I wasn't in a really good place with my ex. And so when she told me she was pregnant, I was not really happy about it. And when I found out that she had a miscarriage, there's like a sense of relief that came over me because I no longer had to worry about what was going to happen as a result of us having this third child that I didn't want to have with someone that I was having problems with. And a huge feeling of guilt came over me as time went on because I never really dealt with that feeling of relief, because it's like, how could you feel relief for a child of yours not being able to see life? And then COVID hit, and I realized I couldn't go to any convention. So, what do you do when, your business is hit really hard? You start a new comic book series. So I started reading a bunch of comics that I was really inspired by, and then this idea came to me to really try and work through that issue that I was having with trying to forget about this stillborn child and really pay tribute to her and give her life through this character, through Kia, who is the daughter of Warline. She's carrying on his legacy, and so this book is for her, and I'm hoping we can fund it because I'm really proud of what we did with it, and there's so much more that we have in store for the series, and particularly her. This is her book, and it's becoming her book more as we move forward. And one thing about story is you always want to see your characters change throughout. And this is a character that I think is going to grow on a lot of people, and so I hope we can get there. We got another pledge, which has now brought us to 73% funding. So really happy about that. We have 128 backers, and we still have 25 hours to go. And gentlemen, I want to thank you all for being here, and thank you so much for sharing your campaigns, for sharing your stories with me. And I wish you all great success with everything you're doing. And I know that we're gonna stay in touch, and we'll do this again, and we'll do it better next time.
Thank you, Onrie.
Yeah,
man.
This was really great. And if you don't mind my saying so.
Yeah, sure.
Being someone who went through the bad marriage with the kids and stillborns, we had 2 and everything like that. From an old person perspective, let me just say, regardless of how you feel about the significant other that birthed your children, they're the mom. They might not be good, they might be bad. So when it comes to your children, you need to make sure that you never, ever, ever talk bad.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because now that my kids are adults, they're coming to their own opinions on said parent. And believe me, this was a narcissistic woman who painted me in the worst lights, made me take about 40,000 more in child support I didn't have to pay, everything like that. And I'm so sorry, especially you, man, going through the custody battle that you did.
Yeah, for Michael, that's rough.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. I've been there. I've totally been there. And but just, you know, enjoy your kids because it's going to go like that.
You know, this quickly went from becoming a crowdfunding promotional thing to like a divorce men's club.
Well, it's not so much about divorce. It's more like focus on your kids because my youngest just literally turned 25. You know, I'm 54. And my youngest is 25. My grandchild is going to be 7 in 3 days.
Oh my gosh. My youngest is 7. He just turned 7.
So I guess my point is, regardless of how much crap happens, just put that protective bubble around the kids.
Yeah. No, that's very good advice.
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that. Absolutely.
Yeah, no worries.
It's very true. And you know, I think that's the creating comics is what allows me to do that. You know, it's like and creating these characters and allowing me to find ways to work through these issues in my own mind. And obviously, you know, like talking with you guys. And the one thing I'm going to say today, we didn't have like this big, huge surge in backers like I would expect to see in the last 48 hours of the campaign. But the backers that I did see come in, a lot of them have been creators within the industry. So I have to say that I feel very loved right now by my peers. I feel the support and love from my fellow creators. And I feel the love and support from you guys too. You guys are all fantastic. And thank you so much for sharing that, Austin. It means a lot.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's you guys have good people. Put your energy towards your creativity, express all that stuff out of you so that you're in a good headspace.
Exactly. That's right. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're playing.
Good night.
Have a good night, everyone. Take care. We'll do this again soon. Take care.
Thanks, man.
Yep, absolutely. Take care.